Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason over here at Signature Esports, and what a pleasure it is to have you. To everybody out there, Daryl giving us some love, buddy. I still need to get your nation's anthem up here. That would be absolutely awesome. Right now, we are live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Signature Esports across the board for the PhilHab Truck Series, and we're going to have a good night of broadcasting. Also, joined in the booth by Joseph Mealy. He's going to be a part of the show tonight. What a fantastic opportunity to bring him in and have that conversation and just kind of enjoy ourselves. Joe, how you doing out there, buddy?
Well, I can't complain. I'm loving life. This is fun. So I'm excited to see what we have tonight. See what kind of truck racing we get.
Well, I think we're going to get some good old truck racing. If we don't get some good old truck racing, we might have to have a talk with some of the drivers.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's Michigan. It can't disappoint. No way.
Michigan, one of my favorite tracks to drive as far as the mile and a half. They say they're called cookie cutters, but this one's anything but a cookie cutter. Midline run with the new update that they've had. It's kind of what we're watching all these drivers do. They're getting ready to target a few things when it comes to the way that they run. One of the ways that I'm seeing right here is that a few drivers are testing the limits on that low line, but how long are those tires going to hold out?
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how this whole thing plays out. Especially, this is the first long race I've seen since the tracks have changed this week. They've been rubbering it in the whole practice. I want to see if the dynamic track comes into play, if the top is good, if it's the middle, if it's the bottom. I'm excited to see what happens. It's going to be interesting no matter what.
I think that these drivers are ready to go too. Fastest in practice is going to be DLJ, Dale Leakus Jr., 50 seconds to go in practice, and we're going to get things ready to rock and roll. But before we do, you know what we got to do. One commercial break coming your way. Back at it here. Starting grid is getting ready to form up. These drivers are going to start rocking it down on pit road. And we looked at it before. 90 lapper here at Michigan. Brandon Banks is going to be your pole sitter as they start to jump in on pit road and get things ready to rock and roll. Colby Hartung is going to be there to the outside. Dale Leakus Jr., DLJ, fastest in practice, going to be there in the inside second row right there next to Cody Spare, the 36th. Eric Schaefer going to be there in the 22. He's driving in the 5th spot. As the number 5 of Robert Parrott to his outside. Wesley Strait and Matt Belt, they're going to make up row number 4. Big old team, yeah, Kenzie. Cody with the front side with the 3 there, Drinking Bros Racing. He's going to have the that 10 spot of Jacob Denson and the number 45 B&H Racing right there to his outside. TJ Bursk and Douglas Carlson, well, they're going to be making up row number 6. It's going to be a whole lot of fun there. Joseph, you got the next ones.
Row number 8, we're going to have Matt Roberts on the inside. 17th spot. Back there, row number 7. We have Greg Return, 69. And number 84. First and 22nd, Brian Gold. Kelly in the number 7. Back there.
Zach flipping it back in the mix. Stephen Rasick Absolute fantastic drivers. 3 Steves and a right. I don't know what that says right there. Kevin Delia, Aiden Hill going to make up row number 13. Eric Stewart, Jesse Priest, get it. He's going to be driving there in the 28th spot. Mr. Tuggle back in the mix. He had some internet issues over the last few weeks. Got all that stuff fixed. He's back in the mix. Brian Double Trouble Dublé, he's out there running Michigan with his teammates. Brian Crocker, the 34, is going to be there with Cody Anderson. And Austin Harger, he's a provisional. He's going to be there right there in the back. Man, oh man. Going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Thank you to Ken MacArthur for being our eyes in the sky. He's our race controller for tonight. His car is going to dip it off. A few logos to look off to the right. B&H IT Services. I appreciate those guys, so we make sure that we mention them as much as we can. And of course, Maximus Sports Cards, our Sounds of iRacing sponsor. We are Signature Esports. We are everything you could ask for. Man, oh man, we're going to get ready to go with the PhilHab Truck Series, Michigan 160. We are green, 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 green. Looks like Eric Schaefer might have some connection issues going on right there, but they're going to get that figured out. It's going to start straightening out, and they're going to have a nice little run right here. You're going to see him. Brandon Banks, the pole sitter, he's going to be out front. He's going to have the 23 of Dale Hartung. I'm sorry, Colby Hartung there to the inside. DLJ, Dale Leakus Jr., the 65 is going to be trying to make that work. Tire is going to be a big factor here. No stages for us in this race. It's all about how long you're going to be able to drive it. Eric Schaefer there in fourth as they run like a runaway bride. Here they go, 3 wide on the front stretch. We might see more than just a few lead changes, but the 23 and the 65, they're holding on to the little bit of a lead there. Those guys running bumper to bumper. The 88 up high, the 22 of Schaefer there in the midline. We saw the midline be very fast during practice, but tires going to be a factor here. 3 tire changes, so 4 sets of tires total. 80% fuel in the track. Race info for you, of course, brought to you by Epic. Let's have a beer. That's the PhilHab motto out there. Go and follow that beer chick right there on YouTube. She is absolutely doing something amazing out there. This is not your typical mile and a half. This is a 2-mile track, and that is going to make for long lap times. Right now, running about 40 seconds. A typical mile and a half for a truck is about 33 to 34 seconds in length. And now they're going to be running 109-degree track temperature, 80 degrees in the air temperature, partly cloudy skies, and it's humid. Michigan is a whole lot of fun when it's humid. Wesley Straight moving off. He dropped a few spots right there. We were talking about that early checkup. He's off 6 spots from where he started. Started 7th, and right now he is holding on to 12th. He was 13th, but that might have some changes coming his way. Let's take a look at the back of the pack, because we know that there's some people out there. Michael Newbrod knows this track because I taught him to drive this track. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to go straight to the back. I'm going to run my laps, and I know how this one runs. And right in front of him, he's got Jesse Priest and Brian Crocker there in the 34 to his outside, or to his inside. Let me take that back, to his inside. Patience is going to be key here. New driver, got to feature him here. The 25, Brian, I want to say Gaiero. I don't. Brian, I'm sorry, I butchered your name. New driver to the league, joined us this week, and it's good to see him. He was trying to join us last week, but we had some things we had to take care of logistically to be able to get him into the league. He's going to be driving here and in the Xfinity Series, so lots of good fun. But he's tracking down Brian Crocker, who started right where he is at right there, driving for Team SE, and he is having fun. We talked about Newbrow. Team owner, caution's going to come out right there. Oh, big caution. People stretching it. It was Cody Kinsey, Brandon Banks. Oh, man. Let's take a look and see what happened there. We watched Brandon Banks get involved there. He's all blown up. He was the pole sitter. I believe, I want to say he got loose right here. It's quite possible. We're going to take a look here. There's the far chase view. There's the 88 who we're following along with. Oh, he got a little help right there from DLJ. 88, 36. Oh, and McKenzie, he just sent it. Well, he didn't send it, but you know. He sure did. I kind of want to watch it from his point of view. Hold on. We're going to work that out. Gregory Turner involved in that. Cody Kinsey had to jump to pits. TJ Bursk involved as well. Maybe a little bit of damage for some drivers. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go right to Cody Kinsey. Cody Kinsey's right here. This is what's happening in front of him. You see it. That smoke is nowhere to be found. He's like, oh, he's off the brakes, and then, oh, Nelly. Team yeah, wait, yeah. All righty. Colby Hartong's your race leader right now. He's pacing around. First caution of the race happens on lap number 6. And man, oh man. A few drivers on pit road trying to get some stuff figured out. Right now, that's going to put the biggest mover of the race into Eric Stewart, the 82. You see him in that Thompson H Chevy Silverado, Rowdy Motorsports, all over the side of it and the back of it. Looks pretty darn good. Or on the hood of it and the back of it. The Roberge on pit road. He comes off pit road. Robert Parrott leaving pit road now. A little bit of front end nose damage. Kevin Delia coming off as well. Looks like he's pretty darn good, though. Brian, the 25, he sits on pit road for just a little bit longer than everybody else. Curtis Kelly there. Looks like he's doing all right. He probably just came in for fuel and tires. There is the double trouble, 00. One of my favorite trucks. And it's not because it's just Brian. Brian's pretty darn cool. It's because it's got significant meaning. Cody Anderson, suck it up, Buttercup, the 32. CJ getting some love. Brian Crocker coming off pit road, missed some things there, so he's going to be doing all right. Jesse Priest looks okay. Michael Newbrow, we were talking about him. He just went straight to the back, kind of held off onto it. Now look at him. He's doing just fine. Came in and got some tires and fuel. There's the 22 of Eric Schaefer. Jacob Denson there as well. I do believe I might have made a boo-boo. I don't think they have any fast repairs. I hope they don't have any fast repairs, but we'll see. There's TJ Bursk, Austin Johnson, Matt Roberts on pit road. Brandon Banks getting some things fixed. Cody Kinsey, he is way blown up. Doug Carlson, Gregory Turner back on pit road to get some more stuff fixed. So that's kind of how it looks. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to go back to green flag conditions. How do you think the green flags are going to work? No idea what was going on with iRacing, but it keeps booting you after only a few laps, and the truck race is pretty sure it's the guys thinking, but I don't know what that's about. BG famous killing it, says Sean Flanagan out there. Good to see. Let's see Matt Ponte. He knows he is trying to fix. Very cool. These trucks look fun to drive, but I bet these truckers are having a blast, as Nick Lights out there. This track is a pretty fun track to drive, and it's I believe it's a whole lot of fun. But in the long run, it's all about who's going to have the connection, who's going to be able to hold on for the longest moment, the longest time. And right now, you guys are making us super popular. Keep the shares out there. Make sure you've got us in a watch party, in a group, or wherever you need us, because we're going to go back to Green Flag Racing right here live. Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Give us a like and follow on all those platforms. Here we go. Got to go on the green. That's what the rules are here. DLJ is going to be right there to the outside. 23 of Hartong, they're gone. Walk us through it. What do you think there, Joe? Got to be patient. Got a little assistance going around. When you get a little assistance going around, usually means, is there an aggressive tactic coming, or is that just going to be all about how fast you can run? DLJ is a great driver, and has the confidence and the skill to do it. And he's going to try to make that pass on the inside. But we were talking about the long run here. Trucks, not so much about front downforce. That rear downforce is where the disruption comes from. And they're moving. Matt Belt, the 14, to the outside of DLJ. Now he's going to take over that second spot pretty darn quick if Dale doesn't find himself in the right situation here. That low line only working for the leader. It's not really working for second and third right there.
Low line doesn't seem to have much. The middle line is where it's at.
The leader, as a leader, you can dictate that line. You can use all of that track to be able to pull that inside, pull the outside with this being a 2-mile track and the speeds being super high. You can pretty much control what's going on with the lines and with the drivers. Some of those fresh tires starting to work their way through the field. Robert Parrott, he's coming back at it. Little Drinking Bros action. Austin Harger, he's up 21 spots. He's still on good tires. The light bright Tonka, man, look at him go. Uh-oh. Somebody got loose. 61 got loose. Big checkup right there. That's Mason flipping back in action. A little bit loose. Oh, man, they're 4 wide. Three and 4 wide right there. I tell you what, that was that made me nervous. I just did the whole controller move, you know, when you have your controller and you turn yourself sideways. That's exactly what I just did. I went, man, don't do it. Matt Belt trying to go to the inside. DLJ trying to follow him. That's the battle going on for the lead right there. The 23 of Hartung to the outside. Belt to the inside. Little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Maybe trying to disrupt that. Colby Hartung has some wins already. Looks like he's trying to stretch that into a lap 14. Green, green, green all the way. DLJ switches spots with a 14. He's carrying the outside line, and you can see how the advantage is getting there. That inside line all the way down to that stripe, it really will throw that truck off. You saw the 14 get a little bit loose there on the exit. Digging Wesley Straight's paint scheme. He's got some Skittles all over that bad boy. He's running 4th right now. We were talking about big movers, biggest mover of the race. Now the 82, Eric Stewart, up 22 positions. He's got Chris Massey there right behind him. Massey, part of Team SE. He's looking to have some fun. DLJ trying to go for the lead around Hartung on the outside. He's going to squeeze it. He's going to make it work. Trying to disrupt that draft is what the 65 is doing right there. So we'll see how long he can hold on to it. Daryl's going to Road to Pro. Daryl, you got to come back after it's done, buddy. Got to come back after it's done.
You don't want to mess yourself up.
And James, Joseph, where are you? He's in the broadcast booth. He is not. He's not racing today. He's going to race tomorrow, Michelle. Here for Kinsey. Beer for everybody. Patrick, every 15 laps and a shot every 30. Patrick rolling out there. Yeah, get it. Drink responsibly. You're responsible for drinking. Is that what it is? Gregory Turner, don't mind me, just sitting on pit road. There's Chris Massey all the way up to 5th now. He gets around Eric Stewart, trying to work his way to the front. These tracks are quite often the determined for who's going to be able to run those long straights. Curtis Kelly in 15 spots. He's in 7th place. He's got some fresh tires. He's the first truck up there inside the top 10 on fresh tires and fuel. Kevin Delia, the next one, he's in 11th. He's chasing Steven Rasick in the 99. Hartung doing it again, trying to make it work. He is there. Looks like that is going to be where it's going to be clear. The 65 trying to utilize that line. The 23 of Hartung getting that outside. Once you get the outside, yeah, I mean, they're squeezing it in there. '23, 65, 14. The 66 of Wesley Straight there. He's trying to pick up the draft of the 65. The 23 drops below the white line. Needs to protect the outside. Does he do it into the corners? Austin Johnson on pit road. Steve Wu, he's right there on the back bumper. Man, oh man, he's making it. He's making it stick, that's for sure. Here it is. That's DLJ is going to have Matt Belt on his rear bumper again. Here's Kobe Hartung's rear bumper. As you see DLJ get as close as he can. He's about a 10th off right there. And he's going to run it right into him. Oh, there he is. That's why something was going on with your mic.
Yeah.
Something was going on. Something was. Yep. He's back there. He's back there, folks. I finally saw it connect. I was wondering myself. Something was happening on my side. We were sitting here talking, buddy, and he's broadcasting away with me. He's doing a great job, and something happened. It was on my end. It had nothing to do with his microphone. We got him. He's ready to go.
Okay. Yep. That was very stressful. I was doing all kinds of fixes and
there was something going on with OBS right there. So it wasn't liking the feed. So we got you all taken care of.
All right. Very good. Well, good to be back. It's been interesting so far. I don't know what you've heard and what you've not, but the draft is doing exactly what I thought it would do, and the track is not. So it's getting interesting up front.
Well, Hartung takes over the lead. Likas falls back to second, and now some drivers working it back together. There is the 17 of Curtis Kelly. He goes around Chris Massey. Now, Curtis Kelly, we were talking about him. He is the first driver on fresh tires. 15, he's got fresh tires and fresh fuel. He'll be able to go to the full 30 laps that he's going to be able to need to do around this 2-mile-an-hour beast, or a 2-mile beast, and we're going to see how that's going to work for him. Chris Massey up 10 spots. He's in 6th. He was in 5th, but now some things are going to be changing here. Lap times for Curtis Kelly, roughly about a full half a second better than the race leader right now.
Oh, yeah. Especially with these wide sweeping turns, and they're not terribly high banked, even though they look it. Those fresh tires, even though they're just a few laps fresher, you can see they're making a huge difference, and it might force the hands of these guys to come down pit road a little bit earlier. Look at that 17. He is right against that yellow line. You don't see that often here.
And he comes down there. He slides it around. The Black Horse Auto Transport OCR driver right there. Oceanside Cleaners out of Florida. Those guys they're rocking and rolling. Massey giving a little pump fake, trying to get him up there a little bit. Massey running the midline right there. That's a good battle going on for 6th. Colby Hartung still out front. DLJ trying to make it stick behind him. He gains a little bit of that track position back. Has to stay in the draft. This is a drafter's track. Being 2 miles, It's going to be huge, huge, huge.
Oh, yeah. Everything you do. I mean, how many times in actual racing have we seen, actual real-life racing, I should say, have we seen this race come down to fuel mileage? And we've run a few practice races for the Xfinity Series, the Signature Esports Xfinity Series, and they've done fuel mileage races, so I wouldn't be surprised if that came into play tonight, and the draft will help that out a lot.
I definitely see that happening. I think that's going to be the big factor here. We watch Matt Belt. Let's go back. I want to take a look at Mr. Newbrow, because Mr. Newbrow, He started way there in the back, and he's been patient. He's got some fresh tires. He's got some fuel. He can go quite a long ways. And right now, he is just one spot off of where he started. He started in 18th, but I think he went straight to the back after that. So he's running it nicely. Not doing a bad job.
No, he's hanging in there. And if I had a windshield full of what I saw in front of me, or what he sees, I'll be back there riding too, because that is a mess. That is a cluster if I've ever seen one.
We take a look at what he's got going on in that cockpit view. Here's what he sees. All those cars in front of him, about half the field. He's looking at it going, I just want to go to the outside. I'm not taking any credit for it. This guy is driving. He's got a whole lot on his hands. That's Austin Harger. And right behind Austin Harger, that's Mr. Newbrow. Look at him run.
Doing great. And, there's nothing... he's biding his time. He let these guys race and pass him on tires. Get that track position that way, put yourself ahead. He's running a great race, great strategy.
You can run in the top 5, no problem if you do it that way. Colby Hartung out front, half a second over Dale Leakis Jr., and it's going laces.
And I can't, right in front of them, I know you're going to start. I hate to interrupt, but they're running every groove. They are really racing like it's for the lead-up back here about, 10th, 11th, 12th? I don't know what the urgency is, but it's making me nervous, I'll tell you that much.
Well, Double Trouble is finding himself 19 spots up, and he's trying to gain 20 over Cody Spare, who's off 6 spots from where he started. And Double Trouble doing a great job. Eric Schaefer finally straightens out. His connection sometimes in the first couple of laps just kind of goes to kapooey, and right there he is starting to run some clean laps here. I haven't seen him drop out. Oh, I take that back. I'm not... He just dropped out for me. Never mind. Eric was doing great. Let's not click on Eric.
I think he's just running so high up the racetrack, he flew out of the racetrack. My goodness. Can't get any closer to the wall than that.
84 of Jesse Nekula. He's going to be there with the 22. He's going to try to catch that draft. That's all they're trying to do, is they're trying to catch a draft of a car in front of them. Try to push as much as you can on the back stretch and the front stretch. And then, once you catch that draft, then you've really forced yourself back into the mix.
The draft itself down that back straightaway really depends on how you get off of turn number 2. And there's a slightly less banking down that very last lane next to the yellow line in turns 1 and 2. And if you can just clip that with your left front, you can get quite a run, and that really propels you down that. You can rely on the draft, but man, if you use that to your advantage as well, that in the draft, your money.
Nekula's coming to pit road this time by, so he's going to be the first on the green flag pit stops to be the taker there. Struggles on pit road as well. He's coming in that Ford. Looking at Harger in 24th, coming off pit road. So actually, he was already on pit road. He wanted to get that fresh set of tires. About 30 laps. They take about 3 full. They're going to get about 30 to 32 laps, depending on how you make things run. The 23 of Hartung's going to come down the straight right there. Eddie Hawks out there. Buddy, good to see you. He said good race so far. Absolutely. Zach Mecca, good to see you. Big old like and follow. Thank you very much to all you out there. Make sure you do so as well, because if you don't, then you'll never know whenever Joe is going to be in here with me.
While you're saying all these nice things about me over here, Hartung's pulled away, and 2nd through 7th are on top of each other. I mean, they were just 2 by 2 by 2, and they are again down here in turn number 3. I don't know if I'd pit just yet. Looks like we're shaping up for a caution. And as I say, that's the leader.
Yeah, 23 is going to come to pit road. So is DLJ. He's coming to pit road as well. Looks like Curtis Kelly's going to be your new race leader. He's going to lead this time by. The 14 of Matt Belt to the outside. Delia to the inside. This is the race we were talking about. Right behind DLJ and Hartung. They were moving and grooving, and right now they're going to have some lap traffic. There's going to be the 28 down low. He's going to move, and we're going to see the 14 utilize that high line. Matt Belt's going to be your new race leader. Next lead change on the backstretch. We're going to see if it's going to happen again before we get to the start-finish line.
I wouldn't doubt it. I think the race just changed a little bit. Those fresh tires that they took at that first caution, guys like Curtis Kelly, they don't matter anymore, and here comes the field. You got a lot of trucks coming to pit road this time by.
Matt Belt, Chris Massey, Wesley Strait, Curtis Kelly is going to have about 5 or 6 more laps on his tires. Kevin Delia is going to be right there with him. So 1 through basically 10th place right now all came to pit road. There's Cody Anderson to 32. They all came to pit road on that first caution that we had, and they all have tires. So they're going to run this as long as they can. Kelly and Delia, they're going to be out front. They're just pretty much hoping for a caution, but these are long laps. You can get on and off pit road pretty easily within the allotted time that it takes to go around this track. You may not be able to get up to speed, but by the time the leaders come back around, if you came on the same time the leaders came on, we're going by, then you pretty much are going to be able to get back out in front of them. Matt Roberts went around. It does look like something happened there. No caution so far.
Green and green, yeah. Don't want to see a pit stop, or I'm sorry, a caution during green flag pit stops, and that'll burn a ton of drivers.
And we were just talking about it right there. Chris Massey came into pit road right there as they were. Was it Matt Belt and the 17 of Curtis Kelly were leading, and Massey comes out ahead of the race leaders. And is going to be holding on to it. Curtis Kelly going to be the first driver there. Hold on to it. I do believe Matt Belt is going to be right there as well. There's Chris Massey doing the best that he can. Curtis Kelly right there. Kevin Delia is going to be right behind him in the 53.
Yeah, this is these green flag pit stops are so important. You gotta get to pit road as hard as you can, and you gotta get off as hard as you can. You don't want to get the black flag for going above the yellow line, especially with these trucks and this big racetrack. You're full throttle so long, it's hard to make up time. So if you play this game like Curtis Kelly is and Kevin Delia are, you're making your bed right now, because you're not going to be able to make this time up on your own after this. You're going to have to rely on a caution or some crafty strategy.
Yeah, Colby Hartung, 34.5 seconds off the race leader, Curtis Kelly, right now. And that gap is steadily decreasing. So Curtis Kelly, when he comes to pit road, is going to have to really make it work. Those 7 laps are going to really play a factor. So eventually, when these guys take back over the lead, this is DLJ and Colby Hartung running together. Chris Massey's in third. He's about 3 seconds off of him. Take that back. I say 3 seconds. He's about a second and a half off of DLJ, but about 3 seconds off of Hartung.
I'm just looking at how. Sorry, go ahead.
They're going to have to make it work. And right here's some lap traffic going around the race leaders.
Yep, that's you hate as the race leader when you're in this position. It's just tough. It's tough to watch these guys go by you. You know you're losing so much time, but there's always that if, and you have to play it. You just have to.
Right now, Cody Spare going around. He gets a lap back. First car off the lead lap's going to be Steven Rasick. He's not far from the race leader. There he goes.
Yep, here they come to pit road.
Yep, that's we knew that was coming eventually. Now Schaefer's coming to pit road as well. Roberge doesn't come to pit road typically with the rest of everybody else, and he's going to have Michael Newbrow not far off.
I'm interested to see if that 53 makes up any time on the 17. He had a really clean pit entry, made up a ton of time on him. I mean, not that it was going to be for the lead or anything, but it's just something interesting to note.
He's on pit road pretty fast. There he is. He's going to make it clean and clear. He's getting off pit road now. That was fast for him. Ilya takes a full pit stop. Full pit stop, and he's going to come back at it. Yeah,
he's going to come back out with the lead. He did a really good job entering, and that's what it's all about. And you got to make your time up on pit road. It's key, especially here.
Roberge, Newbrow, they're going to stay out for another lap, running 1 and 2. Roberge, your race leader, going to lead a few laps here. My favorite Canadian. Well, one of my favorite Canadians. There's lots of Canadians out there. Like, I have one solid favorite Australian though. That's Mr. Daryl Padgett. My man, my man Daryl.
Gotta love Australia.
Daryl's just funny. He's like my best across the pond pal.
Yep, I understand completely what you're saying.
Robert
That's the beauty of this thing.
Newbrow coming on pit road. So there it is. Colby Hartung is going to reassume the lead here as they come around the backstretch. The 65 of DLJ is going to be right there with him. Chris Massey started to close the distance a little bit there. So we're going to kind of see how that he's got about 3.8 seconds to make up for Massey. So we'll see how these two drivers work together. Are they going to be able to burn the tires off? What's going to happen? Hartung, Likas, Massey, or straight belt, they all take over that extra time. And we will see how these tires are going to be able to be made up over a long time. Hey, mate, says Eddie Hawks. Yeah.
Yeah, these so this we're closing in on halfway. We're a lap and a half away from halfway, and Hartung and Likas they've established themselves as the favorites. Now it's time to defend. I think your complete defense. You can't be on offense at this point. You got to force people to do something different. This is in their hands now.
They're definitely going to have to come to pit road roughly, as they're going to have to stretch it as long as they can, and that stretching is going to have to go all the way to at least lap 60 for these drivers, because they don't want to have to short pit themselves to finish off the end of the race. If they come in on lap 60, that'll put them at 30 laps straight to the finish. These guys came in on 30, so if they come on 60 again here in about 20 laps, then they should be good to go. Nice little race, nice and calm, good fun, and it's
absolutely
been pretty interesting. It's a nice little race going on here.
Absolutely. I was afraid that we might get a few cautions that would throw the strategy right out the window, but that has not been the case so far. If anything, that one caution might turn this thing on its head at the end.
Well, I still haven't done the sounds of iRacing yet, so, we haven't. Speaking of sounds of iRacing, there's the man that has it, Austin Harger. He's the owner of Maximus Sports Cards, one of my buddies. We do brakes and all kinds of stuff, just lots of things that we're involved in, and he helped me design the idea for what I wanted to do. I'm all very picky about everything that I do, including my overlays, the graphics, all the stuff that you would ever want me to be involved with. And that being said, with our signature Brakes Live, we try to break some good cars for everybody. He's got some new stuff out there now, a new baseball brake that's it just hit the markets. Go to eBay, type in, if you're looking for a store, go to MaximusSportsCards.com or put in brakes, or look up Signature Brakes Live on eBay, and you'll be able to see some stuff out there that he's got going on. We're getting ready to break here on Saturday, and then again on Monday, and we've got more and more coming up. Tomorrow night, I've got a personal break, and then we're going to open up some Pokemon, because it's Pokemon Friday night. Come on!
Hey, and after you get down on eBay, head on over to SignatureEsports.com and see what we got going on over there. Check out the points, the schedule, and hey, join the league. Join us. It's a lot of fun.
Hit that shop tab. Get yourself a fancy dancy t-shirt.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea either.
All the t-shirts go to support what we do over here. We thank everybody for always tuning in each week, and if it wasn't for you guys out there, we wouldn't be who we are. And B&H IT Services, what does B&H stand for? Boats.
Who knows?
Boats and nobody knows. Biscuits and ham. I love
Perfect.
that. I love that commercial. It's funny.
It's a great commercial. It's what it's all about. It's how you do marketing.
Kevin Delia back up in the mix. He is one of those drivers that came in on lap 36. He and Curtis Kelly are tracking down the leader now. They're about 0.6 of a second faster than Colby Hartung and DLJ. Last lap for Delia, a 47.4. And this time by Colby Hartung, a 41.11. So that still, the difference in lap times is still going to be a giant factor here. Fastest lap of the race. I'm looking. Eric Schaefer, 39.72 is going to be the fastest lap of the race. That's the guy right there.
That is quick.
He beat the race leaders by a full tenth. By a full tenth. And he's got damage. Yeah, get it.
Find the right line, the one that works for you, and make some magic.
Rip hack. No. Oh, Big Shave having some fun. Part of the Drinking Bros crew, drives in the Xfinity Series full time, loves Michigan, so he's going to get out here and run. I do appreciate these guys doing it. Speaking of people getting out and running, Double Travel making a pass there to the inside of the 27. Brian Dublé going around. Oh, yes, they're 3 wide going to turn 1. There's Cody Square to the outside, Aiden Hill in the middle, and now Double Trouble gets around him. Woo, nearly.
Oh, look at this run. That's going to be... Oh, boy. 3 wide again.
Oh, yeah. Kiefer had it inside. I think he blinked out there for just a moment. Aiden Hill on the 27, 36 there. Hold on to it, Shafe.
Yeah, he does. He'll have that issue from time to time, but of all the times it's happened, I haven't seen him cause a problem yet. So, that deserves some credit.
Occasionally it does happen, but occasionally you just kind of just drive.
That's right.
And you know what?
Instinct takes over.
It might be, half of it might just be our problem. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
He might be able to see everything going around on him on the track, and so he's keeping everything avoid. We are, this is internet racing,
right.
That's half the battle. Robert's coming back up the track again. He was a little late pitter, but he's in 16th. Where's Newbra? Newbra right where he started again. I'm telling you, you keep an eye on that guy right there.
Get one caution. Give him a little reset here. Absolutely.
How it feels racing Nick Lights on Friday, says Matt Ponty. I don't have a clue, guys. I don't have a clue. I watch after the fact, because Midwest Days and Thunder, they have me, Mr. Oxford and Mr. Flippin. They come in on the rest of them. DLJ started to close the distance on Hartung.
He sure is. He's putting the pressure on that back bumper, and that's all it's going to take. Make a little mistake, give him the race lead, give him the clean air. That could be the pass for the win.
Somebody starting to catch the leaders too. Chris Massey.
I'm watching him.
He just gained about an 8 over the last 5 laps, 0.8 of a second. Yeah,
it's the number just keeps on clicking down lap after lap, and just keep chipping away at it. He's one of those guys that might have to be. I mean, the 23 and the 65 essentially can do whatever they want here. They control this race. It's the 83, 66, 14 guys back there that are going to have to start getting creative. You might see them short pit. They might come down 58, 59 instead of 60 and try to stretch it. You never know.
And that might be the key. They might come around or they might short pit. We were talking about how the opportunity might come in that favor, where if you short pit, you're going to gain that couple of seconds back, and if you consistently drive the track, you're going to be able to hold on to it for a little bit longer. Now Massey, he's slowing down just a little bit. Colby Hartung, I think he picked up the pace just a little bit again as well. So, but and it might be just how he's utilizing the track and saving the track out there.
Yeah, it's a little bit of cat and mouse. I think one shows the other what the other has, and back and forth.
Hartung, Likas, Massey, straight belt. That's going to be all through your top 5. Whoa, pass there for the inside. Looks like Hartung's just going to give it up. DLJ is going to be the new race leader here.
Off turn 2, we do have a new race leader. We're gonna see if he gets if Hartung uses the draft down the back straightaway. It doesn't look like he has the run, so I'd give DLJ the race lead here. Give him control.
Kind of what I would say is maybe he needs to save some fuel. I mean, he's been out front this entire time, pressing that throttle down, full throttle as much as he can. Maybe he needs to save some fuel, stretch it as long as he can, because right now DLJ is going to start pulling away a little bit. Massey is going to be in third still, and he's closing the distance. Here's a look at the last 5 lap times from Hartung to Massey. Massey a little slower on 48, 49, and 50, but gains 0.4 of a second on lap 51. That's the difference between second and third.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about Hartung. He went from running 41s, and then he just dropped down to a 42. He fell off a cliff, and he's maintaining a safe distance behind the 65. I think you're right. He was burning a ton of fuel up front by himself. Now he says, "I'm going to play the same game and get your draft and save some gas. Why not?" It's very smart.
I think it's intelligent as you could ask for, because he's going to be able to see when DLJ comes in to pit road, and at the end of this race, you just drive it. You drive the butt off of it and just keep going.
That's right. And if I'm not mistaken, after this pit stop, the leader should have one set of tires left in the pits. So you get off pit road here after you make your final scheduled stop. Give it go as hard as you can, and then you have an extra set of tires in the pits if something should happen, like a caution late in the going.
And if they do have that late race caution, that's going to be a big factor for all those drivers that took tires there at the very, very beginning.
That's right. You get some cars out front, some trucks, out front on old tires, and some fast guys behind them on fresh tires. You're looking at a mess. So yeah, this thing could get interesting at any second.
Stand it.
Not that it's not already.
Stand it. 21 positions, the double trouble, 0-0 gained here. He is up to 9th. And he is, caution comes out. Something happened
there. It is. Put it out.
Eric Schaefer involved. It does look like there. We're going to go and take a look and see what happened here. 99 of Racek to the inside. Oh, 22 goes around.
That is rough.
I think that was it. That was the only. Somebody needed a caution, and they got it.
There are a lot of happy drivers out there. CJ Anderson, Zach Flippin. Hey, get that lap back, man.
I don't doubt it. Yeah, Zach Flippin's going to be on the lead lap. Yeah, he's going to be on the lead lap. First car off the lead lap. It's going to be Evan. He's going to be your lucky dog. He's going to come around and get a lap back. He should be your lucky dog at least. Evan Tuggle, new driver. Well, new/old driver. He's been here, but he had to leave for a couple of weeks, and now he's back. DJ Bursk not in. Matt Roberts on pit road. Denson's back in there, 27th spot. Second caution of the race. Just a quick little turn. I mean, do you come in and take tires on this one? I mean, you've got you got 35 laps to go. This is going to force a short pit, maybe.
This is I think the best thing you can do is you come down, you take your tires, and you save gas like crazy because it's going to be close.
65-23. Who's going to have the race off pit road? That's going to be the interesting thing here. I think the 23, yep, he's going to get tires. 65 will probably have him off pit road here.
Looks like, oh boy,
Massey.
That's close. 83 had a great stop. I wonder if he took 2 tires. I don't know. I didn't see, but nope, that changes things.
4 tires. Massey takes 4 tires.
Wow.
I wonder if I hope he didn't speed on pit road. If he did,
pulling over or anything.
We'll see. And 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Your race leader, Chris Massey. He's going to be out there. Darlene out there, give it a big old keep moving, Aiden. You got this? Fantastic. We need a caution. Too bad, Matt. Oh, that's funny. Oh, you guys are hilarious. Keep chatting up out there. That's what's funny about it. So, yeah, I mean, they could go 32 laps, I think. You know, I mean, they'd be stretching it. It's
going to be a big stretch. And we talked about it earlier. This Michigan Speedway is notorious for coming down to fuel mileage, and I think we're going to see some of that here very shortly.
Massey went 31 laps in the first stint.
I wouldn't be surprised if they have a few extra laps in the tank, but regardless, I mean, it's hard to say, but I think regardless, it's going to be close with the. It's just outside their window. It's just outside their comfort zone. Everybody was getting ready to come down right around this time under green, and now everybody's on the same playing field. So we'll see who takes advantage of it.
You know, I wonder who. Let's see. We're going to take a look. I'm going to right back up there. We're talking about Chris Roberts. Let's see. Pit strategy. I know there's a way I can change this. Timing delta. I'm looking for something, folks, specifically to be able to show you one of the drive. Oh, there it is. First row. Nope. We're going to talk to row 10. Here's everybody from row 10 back. Well, maybe I take that back. 1, 0. There it is. From row 10 back, Roberts 31 laps, Newbrow 31 laps. So those guys, that was really pushing it. I mean, they probably could have made it one more, but realistically, how long? You know what I mean?
Sure do, absolutely.
When we go back to green flag racing, we're going to actually have 33 laps to go, and that right there is going to be as far as they could really push these trucks.
It's going to be...
Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead, get it.
Oh, here we go. We're on the gas. We're heading down towards the start-finish line, and on the brake, it's going to be Curtis Kelly over Jesse Nicala.
Somebody's going to want a caution, that's for darn sure. Massey there to the inside. 65 of Likas to the outside. Are they going to be 3 wide? I don't know. But I tell you what, DLJ is applying the pressure there to the outside. That's where it's going to be. Who's going to be able to hold on to it? Massey, Likas, Hartung, Delia, Belt. It's going to be the top 5 here. Michigan 160. They're running, man. Get it.
They are digging, that is for sure. 2 wide back there. They're 2 by 2 by 2 for the top 6 spots. This is going to be tough to manage, especially for the 23. He wants to get out front. He does not want to be in this dirty air. He doesn't want to be in traffic. He's in a hurry. It's very frustrating.
I wouldn't want to be there either. Because you know that outside line's going to be using all of that upper 2/3 track. The inside line's pretty much just staying down low. Likas is going to be holding on to slide job coming. There's the 83. He gets up. Oh, man, the 17. 84. And save it. Caution, though.
We got him stacking up back behind him.
Ooh, Nilly.
Oof, that is a twofer for Eric Schaefer. That's unfortunate.
I think Schaefer got loose, but he disappeared in front of the field. Nobody hit him. I'm not kidding.
Oh. Brings a new meaning to the term ghost car.
He was. There's Big Schaefer right there, folks. Here it is. The far chase view coming up right about here. Here he is. He's loose. He's super loose. Disappear.
Yep.
And everybody's gone. Yeah.
You know, and even when that truck is gone like that, sometimes the iRacing software will register as a contact to give you damage. But these young truckers did a great job of swerving around it and missing it.
I mean, you could see it. Like, here's Michael Newbrow behind Eric Schaefer right there. Let's take a look real quick. I think it was a big checkup coming. I wanted to see what happened. I think the 22 had a big send-off right there. He bounced off the 25 of Tuggle. It's right there inside. 25 kind of comes up a little bit. 22's loose. 22 down low. Oh, disappear. No sparks. Everybody goes around.
We've got some guys coming down pit road to top off, it looks like.
I believe DLJ was going to do it. He's got a fresh set of tires, too. I mean...
I don't know if I barely even got it going there, but... Not a bad idea to come down and top it off. Why not?
10 to go, I would. You know, if there's a caution,
Absolutely.
10 to go. Maybe. Is he going to... He's just going to top it off. That's all he's going to do.
I can't stress how stressful these tire limits are, and not in a bad way, but once you get down to cautions like this and short runs, and he just entered the track, that's going to be a penalty, I believe. He did not wait to the backstretch.
Was it DLJ?
Yeah, he emerged up on the racetrack before the blue cone over in turn 2.
Ooh.
I believe that's going to be an EOL, so end of line penalty. It's going to be tough to overcome. He already put himself in the back. Doesn't need to go any further.
Oh, man, he did. Oh, yeah, he kind of just drifted up there, didn't he? Oh, man.
It's so easy to do. It's I was talking to somebody the other day about how you race on a computer for so long, and when you have green flag runs, you get in a rhythm. And it's racing, and what you're doing is the only thing you think about, and then you get these cautions, and your mind just kind of wanders. And it's even happened to me here. I find myself wandering, and it's easy to make a mistake, and that's why you see cautions breed cautions, just like this. You get everybody off their rhythm, and mistakes happen.
Well, third caution of the race, and it's fun. I mean, these guys are doing good things. It's like they tend to yeah. I kind of get tunnel vision whenever I'm racing too. So, but realistically, what do you do in the long run when you do get that way? When you're looking at that steering wheel and you're like, all right, I've got 28 more laps. That's 28 more minutes of driving.
Well, that's what separates the front from the back sometimes, unfortunately. Those ones who don't break that mental focus are the ones who stay up front. And I mean, I'll use myself as an example. Just the other night at Pocono last Friday, I was all over Nick Lights' bumper for the race lead. I got distracted in the moment, and I put myself in the wall in the straightaway, and that was my race.
Mr. Newbrock coming off pit road. Looks like he's going to be taken up at the very end. He left pit lane. He'll be catching up here. The lights are off on the pace car. And, man, oh, man. Where did Mr. DLJ 21st? He did get an EOL out of that. Things do happen, but he's got some time. He can get out there and get this thing. We've seen him drive through the field time and time again before. Just like Hartung, just like Massey, these guys are good. And I do enjoy this track. I do enjoy broadcasting the FILHAB Truck Series right here on Signature Esports. And you know what time it is. It's that time. I almost did this right before here. I'm just saying. We're going to go green flag racing right here. Man, oh man. Hartung outside. Got a little bit better jump than Massey right there. 14 a belt to the outside as well. Maybe Hartung just holds on to it for a little bit.
That caution was Hartung's best friend. He got out of traffic. He's back in the clean air, and he's back in control of this race. And the guy who's on his bumper since lap 1 is deep in the pack.
Matt Belt there to second, 83 there to the inside. He's going to pull that draft around just a little bit. We'll see how this works for him. Little clipping going on there. Apologies about the clipping, folks. A little screen tear, I think, is what's happening to the simulator. We are switching computers. That is something that is happening. We built us a Signature PC gaming, a new Signature PC, our gaming series PC, and we're switching over and recycling some hardware to some other stuff, and we had to bite the bullet and step up, and oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm still sticking with 2080 though. Got a 2080 Ti. We're still using that. I just upgraded the processor and got a new case. That's pretty much where we're at with that. So, but I'm starting from scratch. It's all water cooled. Everything's from scratch.
Nice.
23 Hartung, Massey there. Belt's going to be there. Delia, Nakula, and of course there's Hill. Aiden Hill, the 27, having a good day so far. Turn 2 to the backstretch. That front 5 is...
loving.
I tell you what, that front 5 is packed.
It's stacked up, and Hartung's loving it. He can control the race as he wants. He can set the tone. And as these guys run side by side back here, he's gonna save his tires and pull away.
He can run whatever line he wants because he can pull the outside and pull the inside. But we did watch him do this earlier, and that's how DLJ did catch himself back up. You know, he did find a way to get himself around the 23 because the 23 ran whatever line he wanted to. The FILHAB, right. 25 laps to go. The 25er is it's going to be right here. And as we do the 25er, I've got to get this in because if I don't get this in, I'm going to feel terrible about it. Here it is. Maximus Sports Cars, sounds of iRacing. It's all coming your way. We're going to take a small vocal break. You're going to listen to them. Crank it up. Well, if I wanted to make it interesting, I play the sounds of iRacing. That's what we do. That's how we do it. Cody Kenzie involved there. We're going to go back, take one more look at that as you saw it here. Cody Kenzie was there. He was trying to go there inside. 17 was there. It kind of 17 comes up a little bit. Kind of 3 comes down. It was just, unfortunate. But
It's a hard spot to be in. The 3 has been on pit road this whole race. He hasn't had much fun. He was out there having a blast with a truck that was way too many laps down to be doing what he was doing. We've all been in that position. I can't say anything bad about him, and he didn't do anything wrong. He was just having fun, and sometimes that happens.
I'd have done it. I mean,
I've done it way too many times.
Not anything again. I mean, he's just on fresher tank. He's got a brand new truck. I mean, I say a brand new truck. He's running 28th. Here's the look at it from the overhead view here. 82 is right there. 36. I think there's a checkup here. I think that's what happens. The 17's running very slow. 36 is right there. Big checkup. So the 3 is like, I'm clear. I can go right here. 17 comes up the track after. Yeah, that was more on the 17 than it was the 3 there. So. Kind of the way things go.
It is. It's just a product of racing. It happens, and hopefully nobody's feelings are too hurt.
You know who's on pit road?
Who's on pit road?
Race leader.
Oh boy, here we go. Let's put this thing on its head.
New race leader, Chris Roberge. Second place, Michael Newbrow.
Well,
He's your lucky dog. He's going around. There he goes. That's Mr. Toggle getting some laps back. Actually, he's going to be maybe 1 or 2 laps down now. So, not a bad little race for his first one. Here he goes. We've Mr. Harger. Mr. Harger's going to be there as well. Yeah, Harger's still on the lead lap. I think he is getting a little bit of that damage fixed. So he might be a lap down. Maybe not.
Let's just see Canadian driver up front right here, right next to the Canadian border. I'm sure he's excited about that.
Oh yeah, he is. Teammates, team owner, Roberge drives in the Cup Series. Does a phenomenal job over there. One of my favorite guys to drive with when it comes to like super speedways, because he could really push your vehicle. That's for sure. Roberge, Nubra, Massey, Hartung, Belt, Delia, Nekula, flipping straight. Hartung's going to have that restart on the outside lane. This is going to be interesting because no tires for the 96 and no tires for the 6. They came out on pit lap 61. They got, actually take that back, Roberge did not get tires on 61. He only got fuel. Newbrow got tires on 61. And
the games are beginning.
So 8 laps is going to be the fixture here. Newbrow and Roberge. Man, oh man.
And this is it all goes back to what we talked about at the start of the broadcast is these tire sets, these tire limits, and you're seeing, I mean, how many different strategies right now. This thing looked like it was in control of Leakus and Hartung, and all of a sudden we've got new bras up there. You've been calling it all night, and it just happens like that. It doesn't take much.
DLJ back to 11th. That kind of worked in his favor there, getting himself now able to be back up there where he needs to be. But he did come to pit road a few laps ago to get to on that last caution. He did get his last set of tire, or he did not get his last set of tires. He just got fuel. So we're kind of going to see what's going to happen here. The 96 is going to be there to the inside. The 6 on the outside. Lights are off on the pace car. Turn 4 is where they're at. And that non-manufactured pace car, teammates side by side. Roberge, Newbra, Massey Hartung. Who's going to be able to have the drive off? It's going to be slick on the restart here. Watch the checkups.
It's going to be a land rush. Who's going to be the first one to take a look? Surprised we're not 3 wide yet.
I believe it's going to be Massey pushing the 96 into the corner. Outstretched hand, the 93, or the 83 is going to take the inside lane. 23 is going to put him 3 wide right there. The 83 of Massey trying to take the inside lane away from the 96. 96 is going to be super fast, but the 83 is going to clear him here. That's just going to happen. Those new tires working it. 83 loose.
Oh, no! There it is! The cold tires! And they saved it! They're going to keep it going! How? Oh, my gosh.
Massey off track, back on track. Kind of want to look at that. I want to look real quick. Oh, man, hold on. Back up. I know we're live. He did not. I thought maybe he got a bump there, but he did. I think he just got loose. That cold tire, he did.
Yep.
Just got loose, hit that live mark, and there he is. Roberge still out front. Hartung falling off pace.
Wow.
Got lucky.
Yep,
Man,
those
oh
cold
man.
tires, they'll bite you every time. Every single time.
With a low line run, that'll do it. And it just stacks up the field.
It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how good you are, how long you've been racing. Cold tires will bite the best of them. It just happens. It's part of racing.
Now, Colby Hartung has all of that rear end damage. That is holding his truck back. DLJ back up to 5th to 65. Got a good break on that caution. Roberge, Newbrow, Delia. There's going to be Delia to the inside. Delia on fresh tires on lap 61. Or on 69, sorry. Delia's going to take over the lead here. Roberge's going to be there to the outside. Newbrow's going to drop down low. He took fresh tires on 61. And he's going to be right there in the mix. 53, 6, 96. That's the battle for first and second right now. Can you believe it? Yeah.
No. I can't believe it. I'll be honest. I was gonna make a comment about the 6 Newbra before all this excitement happened. I had a feeling it was gonna go his way. He's going for the race lead.
Roberge down to the bottom, settling into his line. He's gonna run it the way he wants to. There's the 84 of Nekula to the outside. DLJ is going to put it, he almost could put it 3 wide right there. DLJ has the fastest truck out there right now, has the fastest tires, just ran the fastest lap of his race, 39.85.
I got excited there. I was calling the wrong driver. I apologize. Wow, battle for the lead. That was close. We almost just had a wreck for first.
And that is a bad thing to be wanting right there. Top 5 is what you want to be able to hold on to. Delia is going to be there. 15 laps to go. DLJ is going to have that front. Is what he's going to be looking at right there. Hartung in 6th. Right there in the draft. There's still a lot of contention. Aiden Hill is going to be there as well. Mason Flippin went in on 69. He got tires. We've got a lot of fresh tires still here. 14 laps to go. Kevin Delia has a whole lot of the 65 down low. And I tell you what, if Delia just holds on to what he's doing right here and he forces the 65 to make those inside moves, he'll be fine.
I'm just looking back there at Hartung. It looks like during that excitement on the restart. He got hit pretty hard in the rear, and the spoiler's all bent up. It's going to be tough, but he's not out of it.
He is going to the inside. He does, however, have fresh tires. But he's got a whole lot of rear spoiler damage. And right here, this is a drafting track. That's really going to, that 27 gets up to the back of that bumper right there. That really throws that truck off.
Yeah, and especially now, I mean, middle section of the race, you can get away with that kind of stuff. But this back half of the race, everybody's pushing as hard as they can, and you really feel it here.
Hartung works himself back into 5th. I was looking at Massey. Massey's in 23rd. He got really loose right there. When he did, he didn't get any damage. I think it's just taken this long for him to get back up to speed, and he's starting to try to catch everybody there. So Kevin Delia is going to have Hartung trying to go to the inside right here into turn 1.
Hartung is
Leak is inside turn 1. And Hartung is he's battling with Aiden Hill. Aiden Hill is putting on a clinic though.
Oh yeah, he's Hartung's in a tough spot right now, and you hate to see that happen to somebody who's dominated the day like that. But it's part of the game, and he might get a caution to overcome it. He's been so good on restarts.
Mason flipping.
I shouldn't have said anything. I shouldn't have said a word.
Robert Parrott involved there. We're gonna see what happened here, folks. The 12, the 5, the 32. Something happened. We have to look at that again. There's something wrong with that. Far chase view. We're looking at it from a side point of view, and that's not really anything that you can see. So let's take a look. Far chase point of view. We had a great start of this race too. That's you had some quick cautions here at the end of the race. All right, Robert Parrott's carrying good speed. So let's follow along here. The 12 kind of checking up a little bit. 5's there, little check up. 32 trying to go to the inside.
The give and take ran out.
I think that was a little bit of both.
A little bit of give and a whole lot of take.
Things do happen. Delia, your race leader, he's gonna have to hold off DLJ here.
He's gonna have to hold off a few guys here. The urgency just keeps on going up, and now that we're going to be inside of 10 laps to go,
Lekas has tires.
This is he's on his way down.
He's got tires. 10 laps to go. He's taking them. I'd take them.
Why not? You know what? If you got them, why waste them? They're worth everything.
They're worth your weight in gold. Massey's coming in. Harger's coming in. We got a lot of drivers.
And this might help Hartung out a lot. He's going to take 4 tires.
Massey has only been at pit road 3 times. Okay, this is what's he was up there in that top spot. He didn't have tires on that last go around. He was on old tires.
Really?
Yep, he was on old tires. Now he's getting tires. That's 10 laps to go. That's a good place to be.
Absolutely. I'll take the now we're back on offense now here. I will take that any day. It is way more fun to be aggressive and to race through this pack, and you're going to see some moves get made on this restart. But the cold tires, watch out for them because they're not gone.
When we go back to green flag racing, we should have roughly about 8 laps to go. And the top 10 right here have not been to pit road. That's going to be what's going to shake this up.
Absolutely. And for anybody out there who doesn't know what we're talking about by cold tires, the tire temperatures go on the race car, low air pressures. They're very, very cool. They're not, race tires like 200, 300 degrees. These things are like 60, 80. They just don't have any grip. You just slide around. It's like being on ice until you can get some temp in them and some pressure in them. So.
And something that we've got to remember here, these guys have laid down a lot of rubber here, and there's a lot of marbles in the edges of this track, and they're doing the one thing that you don't want them to do. They're going straight up next to the wall.
That's right. They're all over this racetrack, and I guess we just got the one to green.
So midline for these drivers is going to be a little bit hard. Delia, Hill, Newbrow, the 25. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to ask you how to say your name. That's just, it's only so that way I don't mess it up. I think it's Gadiero. but I just want to make sure. Walderio, I'm just going to ask. My last name is Followell. Sometimes I even mess my own name up. So, Schaefer, Anderson, Belt, Kelly, Flippin, and Robert Parrott's going to be there in 10th spot. All those guys on old tires. It's going to be fun. DLJ in 10th.
And my eyes are on row 10. This is going to be crazy.
It's going to be fun.
Row 10, row 5.
Technically 11th spot. It's showing him in 10th because he's ahead of somebody there. But Delia's going to have the restart here. Hill's got fresher tires. No, he doesn't. He's on the same tires. These two are on the same tires. Michael Newbra he's putting it all on the line here, and he is super light. You guarantee he didn't put any gas in there. Other than when he came to pit road last time. So he's going to be super light. We're going to go back to green flag racing right here. 8 laps to go. When they hit it. And they hit it. 53, 27 to the outside. 53 gets the green. On the bottom, the 6 is going to be there. There is Eric Schaefer in 5th, the 25. He is holding on to it. I tell you what, Schaefer, he blinked, and he was there.
You're not kidding.
Totally joked. Totally joking. Schaefer's a really good driver. Actually, I think in his class, he placed first last season. So, like, he's really stinking good. It's just
battle for the lead.
It's just every once in a while, you know, these league races, they're terrible for some of these drivers. Aiden Hill going for the lead right there. And the restart is clean at 27, 53. 53 is going to be utilizing that outside line. How much are they going to be able to make it work? And I tell you what, they're 3 wide back. Whoa, holy goodness gracious. Why did they click stop? I don't know.
Outside line is prevailing down the front straightaway. They're going to be pretty dead even. 53's got them.
51 to the inside. Right there, 3 wide. You see it, 36, 32. A whole lot of traffic.
And they're wrecking on the back.
DLJ in 5th. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Cody Spare involved. They were 3 wide right there. There was nothing you're going to see here. There's the 96. Oh, 32 right. Something happened with CJ there. Let's take a look. Our chase. They were just 3 wide. I mean.
Looks like a little bit of net code maybe. A little bit of thought I was clear, but wasn't quite.
Yeah, well, the 32 corrected right there because the 25 was to his outside. I'm not sure kind of what happened there. Not making any excuses for anything right there. They're 3 wide right here. The 36 of Cody Spare is going to clear him. 96 is there, and I think the 32 just drifts down.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the onboard. It looks like the 32 genuinely thought he was clear, and he for the most part he was. It just was just the tiniest bit.
Well, Delia gonna have a couple of laps to try to hold off DLJ and Mason Flippin because they were coming.
Oh yeah. There's a few cars out here that are not done, and they're ready to take advantage of this restart. It's going to be a storm. You thought they were 3 wide, 2 wide, racing hard before? Oh no, I don't think we've seen the last caution yet either. How many green white checkers we got?
2 attempts.
I think we're gonna see them.
Oh man, Delia, Hill, Newbrow, Schaefer, Likas, Flippin, Giordiro, Anderson, Roberge, and Nekula. Oh man, oh man. Everybody chat it up. Brian Cocker, Big OB, you hit your P push to talk button and cars disappeared. So sorry, didn't know what happened, says Mr. Crocker. You were having a great race, buddy. You were having a great race. Brian said that's what Brian was saying. He said he hit his push to talk and just kind of everybody disappeared. He didn't know what happened.
I don't look now, but did the 40 Tuggle just get back on the lead lap?
He did.
No, I think he's gonna come out of here with a pretty good result. If these guys stack up and start wrecking, he's in top 10 territory, and this is his first start, correct?
I think it's his second start. The first start he had he had issues with his internet, so he had to bow out of the race. So this will be his second full-time start, and he's made it through the entire race. And he's doing a pretty darn good job. Kind of dig what's going on here. There's the young man, the 40, driving the Logitech. It looks like he's got the paint scheme from iRacing on there. We need to hook that boy up with a paint scheme for trading paints.
Absolutely. Don't ask me though. I hate painting.
I've got paint schemes for days. Speaking of paint schemes for days, KPTV, all his paint schemes are going to him tomorrow. He's going to have a whole bunch from me. Some signature esports designed ones. He sent me a copy of his car, of I think one of his relatives' car, and it was Pointer Motorsports on the back of it. It was either his or a relative of his, and it was a total of 13 paint schemes, but it was doubles of everything, different numbers, different sponsors for each one. So it was 26 cars total, 13 cars, 26 paint schemes total, and that took forever. It was fun though.
Just one. We got, what's going on? We got a stack up on the bottom. We got the third place car is out of gas. What?
Did Newbrow run out of gas? Oh no, Newbrow's headset might have quit. It happens every once in a while. Aaron Budka, Michael Newbrow, don't lift. Well, he had to right there. I think he couldn't see.
I was where we were going to have some cars on the hook there. That was nuts.
I mean, good job by everybody, but not checking up there. Or checking up there. Newbrow's in third. Delia's in the lead here. He's going to have Aiden Hill to the outside. DLJ's trying to hold on. He's going to have to be very patient here. When we go back to green here, we're going to have 3 laps to go. 2 attempts at a green, white checkered if we need them. Oh, man, oh, man.
Hold on. It's going to be a ride.
53-27, waiting for the green. That's the whole big kit and caboodle here. You have to wait for the restart zone. And they're back at it.
A great restart by Hill, and they're stacking up behind him.
Oh, man. Oh, back here. Come on. What's happening back here? Big old checkup. 83. There's Massey. He is holding on to it. 32 to the outside.
Oh, boy. Oh, my
Jesse
goodness.
Priest involved. Right there. Big checkup. Oh, Jesse. Whoa. Priest went high flying. Rocky Mountain climbing. Was that Kenzie? Hold on. Something happened here. Jesse Priest right there. Oh, Priest did. He went straight up into the air.
What happened? I mean,
he got pinched. Hold on. Hold that phone. Right here. Here we go. So he's got racing. There's a big checkup right there, and there's nothing you can do. He's there to the outside. Racing's right there. He checks that. He gets a little slow up right there. 82's to the outside. 36 of Cody Spares right there. 19 comes down. That's Zach flipping right there. And then up into the catch fence. Oh, man. Oh, man. Nausea. Upset stomach. Diarrhea. Blech.
that was ugly. I really was hoping we were going to keep it going there. When you get all clogged up like that, yeah, it's recipe for disaster every time.
Oh yeah, here's the cockpit point of view from him right there. Here it is. It's just a big checker. He's off the throttle. He's right there, off the throttle, and then nowhere to go. There's the 19. Oh, he just right there. Oh, help me, Tom Cruise.
If we could just go back and look at the restart for a second. The 27, Aiden Hill's this race. He's the race leader coming to the green, white checkered right now. He had a phenomenal restart, and he timed it perfect. He's the race leader. He got the lead. He lagged back just a little bit, and he got a run down. He put it in gear and was gone. That might be the difference.
The outside line is the better line on the restart from what I'm gathering. 53, they're side by side coming to the race line right there. Man, oh man. Oh, yes, yes, you know what's coming. There it is. Eddie Hotz. Called it out. Helicopter award. Sorry, Jesse. It was awful. Awful, awful, awful. Jesse Priest on pit road. Emergency care. Poor guy. Aiden Hill is your race leader. Dayford at third ish. Newbrow is in fourth. DLJ still in fifth, though. Man, oh man.
I want to give my hats off to Newbrow because you can say so much about somebody being in the back of the pack, not running with the leaders the entire race. It doesn't mean anything. He bided his time. He ran a smart race. He took advantage of an opportunity to put himself up front. And now here he is at a shot at a win, and if not a win, a top 5 or a really good finish.
You know,
hats off to him.
You know what? Newbrow's driving my race. It's funny. He's doing exactly what I would have done. It's terrible. It's terrible. Because I was going to run this track. You know, I was going to do one race this season. I chose to do Charlotte. It was a little earlier on in the year. I was either going to do Charlotte or I was going to do this track right here. And here he is. Newbrow's doing exactly what I would have done. Of course, I'd have been kicking myself in the butt going, why in the world did I get my tires at, you know? But he's doing a phenomenal job. Everybody's, you know, I mean, we still got a lot of trucks in the field here. You think that you would think, you know, 7 cautions that we'd have a whole bunch of, you know.
Yeah, you'd think we'd have a higher level of attrition than we do, but we've got trucks out here that are battered and beaten. They're just as fast as they were before in the draft. I'd like to tell you who I think is going to win this race, but the people we were talking about are nowhere to be found now.
Well, I'm going to say that it's anybody's race. And when that white flag happens, I think that's when we'll see the moves. But we got to get to green. The 27 is going to be there. 53 back a little bit. I do believe he's trying to pull a move that we're going to see. 53 is going to be right there on the back. Green flag's going to happen. 27 gets a great restart right there. 53 to the outside. DLJ to the inside of the 6. That inside line is cooking.
27's got to clear up if he can. I would want to be on the inside. I want to be. Oh boy.
Oh.
22, man.
22 blinked there, and that sent the 53 up the track. Mason Flippin's going to be right there. 22 of Eric Schaefer. There's the 65 right there. 65 is going to drop down low. 22 is coming down to block. Line work in. Schaefer on the same time on a lap fresher tires than the 27. They're going to come around. It's going to be the white flag here. It does wave. White flag.
It's official.
Hill is going to be.
He's got to drive the wheels off it.
He's got to protect.
It's ugly. Oh man, there it is.
Yeah, outside line for Lekas. Lekas is going to have that one, and it's going to be smooth sailing for the 65. 27 is going to have basically one more shot at it. 61 there, 27 to the inside. 61 comes down, gets to the inside of the 27, trying to take over P2. 61 has the tires to win, but he's not going to be able to catch DLJ. Checkered flag's going to wave. Dale Lekas Jr. wins it here at Michigan. Mason Flippin comes home second. That was the closest second place I've seen. Schaefer in fourth. Hill comes home third.
That's crazy. Dale Lekas, I'll tell you, when he came down pit road there and put himself to the back of the pack, I really thought it was over for him, but he knew what he was doing, and he played it right, and he had the tires at the end.
You know, the cautions helped him out. The EOL didn't help him all that much, but the cautions came out kind of favorably for him, and then a great restart right there to be able to get himself around. Congratulations to those drivers. A nice little top spot for everybody. The 22 and the 27 were both blinking like alternatively, you know, like back and forth there. So good little.
I don't know what happened to Newbrow, but he ended up P14. It looks like.
I think the restart pretty much got him there. Man, oh man, oh man.
Time for the smoke show. Make them donuts. See it. Burn her down. You've earned it, buddy.
Race results. Here it is. Right there on your screen. DLJ finishes in first place. Aiden Hill is going to be there in second. Flippin', actually called Hill in second. And Flippin'.
1,000. I mean, that was close. That doesn't get much closer.
Yeah, Aiden Hill's. It says second on my screen right here. So I might have to pull up iRacing and see what iRacing says here, folks, here in just a second. But flipping either way, there's the top three. Eric Schaefer in fourth, Roberge Massey at a sixth. For his up and down little day right there. Hartung, Stewart, Parrott, Spare. That's all through your top 10. 25 for his first race, didn't do too bad. He finishes in 13th. And then we talked about Newbrow being up there in the top 5, pretty much, the last 30 laps of the race. And he finishes in 14th.
There's double burnout down the front straightaway. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're going to do it. Have some fun with it. Harger finishes in 17th, Belt in 18th. And, unfortunate circumstances that happened with the 53. 53 was there to compete. And we talk about the blinking and what happens with drivers and stuff like that. Sometimes there's not much that you can do. You try to compete, you try to tell people, hey, you need to do this, but Kevin Delia ended up getting damaged and getting sideways. You just never know when it's going to happen. He was good for a while, and then the next thing you know, it's like he connected. Tago finishes 22nd, first race in here. At least he was on the lead lap. There you go, buddy.
Absolutely.
Nice
That's he made all the laps. He ran a great race and didn't go his way tonight, but it was a strong first showing. Well, first real showing.
Yep. Priest and Flippin', they finished 6 laps down. Cody Kinsey, tough race. Matt Roberts there as well. Some of that earlier stuff just kind of settled everybody in, but at least they got back out there. The more positions that you finish, the better points that you get in the long run. And there's the end of the race. Douglas Carlson, early problems. Brian Crocker, I think he got DQ. Oh, he did. He got DQ'd for something. Something happened to him. So we're going to go back. We'll have to check on that. And man, oh man. But speaking of which, you know what we got to do? We got to talk to some drivers.
Bring them in.
I'm working on it. There's certain clickety clicks that I have to do here, and as I do the clickety clicks, I'm going to do the clickety clicks. That's who I was looking for. DLJ, where'd he go? There he is. Move him over. Move to the broadcast. Maybe. There he is. Your race winner, DLJ Dale Lekas Jr., the 22-year-old from Caledonia, Wisconsin. Is it Caledonia or Caledonia?
Caledonia.
I got it right first time. That's what I'm talking about. Buddy, you restarted 5th twice, and you knew you just had to be patient there. You had the tires. You had the skill. EOL there coming off pit road, kind of a little bit up the track, and it still worked out in your advantage a few short cautions later, and you find yourself here battling for the green-white through a green-white checker for a race win. Walk us through it and your race today, my man.
Yeah, just being patient, working with Colby, trying to get a little bit of a gap between the rest of the field, not trying to push anything, working the outside. And then as far as the EOL, just self-stupidity. I was doing fine and then figured you could go up on the track. I don't know what I was thinking, but went up on the track because we weren't up to pace or whatever, got the EOL, and then I was not liking the green-white checkered. I was thinking we might not be able to go anywhere, and just everything opened up in the door. Just somehow we created a gap and we got up there.
Dale, you did an amazing job. That was a beautiful race, and I counted you out there when you dropped back there with that EOL. What did it take? I mean, can you walk us through the emotions of that? Because I know behind the wheel when I get a penalty, I go red, and you got to bring yourself back down. How'd you calm yourself back down? How'd you get yourself back up there? It's so easy to get into trouble when you put yourself in the back like that.
Yeah, there was a couple spots that were looking pretty scary, and they were getting pretty scary around me. But just trying to remain calm and find which line's going to move the fastest, and trying just to get around cars clean and figure out where you got to go.
Well, I tell you what, man, you did it. You did it justice. Give yourself some shout outs out there. And I know you got family out there watching. Christine says, woohoo.
Yeah, thank you, Mom, Dad, my girlfriend. Also, thank you to all my real life sponsors: Trees on the Move, Racine Brewery, Sidetrack, HTP, Dairy Queen, Bumper to Bumper, Bergies, TCK, Oak Creek Automotive. Anyone that I missed, I couldn't even.
I think you're good. I think you got all. I'm looking at your truck. I think you're good. It's totally joking.
Keep on there.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that support me on and off, not just in online racing, but as well as in real racing. And I appreciate everyone that does continue to support me through my off seasons with racing with you guys.
Absolutely, my man. All right, congratulations on a race win next week. It's going to be some fun. I know you've got more racing to do this week, and a good drive off there. Congratulations once again.
Yeah, fantastic job.
Thank you.
Race winner, DLJ. We call him Dale Leakus Jr., but I call him DLJ for the sake of reasoning, because that's just what happens. Second place goes to, I believe, according to what my relative had said, going to be this guy right here, the 27 of Aiden Hill. Buddy, you did it, man. Top three finish here, and it was a good drive. Congratulations there. It says 3 on the relative, but in the results it said second, so you're one or the other. It's by 1/1000th of a second, and I'd have to go back and count the hairs that would take for that to be able to be there. So we'll see what iRacing scores it afterwards, but we're going to call you tied for second.
All right.
Walk us through the green white checker there. I mean, you had the lead. If it would have ran green after the first attempt, I think that you would have had a better drive off there. There wasn't enough cars between you and DLJ to make it stick, but you still made it stick. I mean, you still did. That was a phenomenal drive. There's not much more blocking that you could have done to be able to disrupt that without taking yourself out.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of I was hoping for a green-white checkered. I was talking with the teammates. I was like telling them I'm hoping for a green-white checkered because then I should be set. And I was drag racing with the 54, I believe it was, down the backstretch. And when the caution came out, it was just a moment of like pure excitement. And then I just hoped and just kept trying to run the right line. But then Dale kind of beat me to the middle, and I hesitated because I thought people on the low line were going to beat me to there. So,
yeah, you did a great job. I got to compliment you. The second to last restart, the last 2 restarts were fantastic. You shot out of a cannon there on the outside, got the race lead, raised the caution, came out. That was my move of the race. I thought that was one of the coolest things I've seen. So shout out to you for that. I just wanted to throw that in there. But yeah, I was going to ask you about that lane choice there at the end, but that kind of sums it up.
Yeah,
it's a crapshoot.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, buddy. Give your shout outs out there and talk about your wheel real quick while you got people listening. You got a lot of people listening.
All right. Shout out to Pampered Chef, pamperedchef.biz/Catherine Hill 25. She'll hook you up with all your cooking needs, crock pots, spoons, whatever you need. She's got you. My dad, thank you for over 30 years of service in military and the fire department. Means a lot. My family, thank you for supporting me on the way. Girlfriend for sticking with me and getting addicted to it now. And then Signature Esports for giving me the opportunity and giving me sponsors that I have. And yeah, let's get her done next week.
Proud of you, buddy. Top 5 finish for you. Tied for second. It's because we have to wait for the results because I can't really tell you. So
yeah.
All right, my man. Congratulations here, and
great work.
Great drive off. We'll be definitely seeing you here the rest of the week, right?
Thank you.
You're welcome, Aiden Hill. Second/10 T2, we don't even know. We don't even know because we have to bring in Mason Flippin now, who drove from the back to the front to almost get a weird T2. I don't know. I don't even know, buddy. It says 1/1000th of a second, but it still has you guys virtually tied through the relatives. So we'll have to wait and see what iRacing scores after the fact. Aiden did a great job. You did a great job. It was a good battle there. You were trying to get around him there to take that second spot away, coming there on the last lap after the white flag. You restarted sixth. You just did everything that you could, and a great chance to get back there and get some points for you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I know. Oh, that battle there at the end was really close with Hill. I think he edged me out at the end, but I mean, it was phenomenal. I missed a couple of wrecks tonight. It was really, really scary. And it was just so much fun.
It was absolutely a freaking awesome restart there. Tomorrow night, you're going to be broadcasting in the Xfinity Series. Tell people what they can look for out here. We still got a bunch of people watching out here. Tell them what they can look forward to tomorrow night whenever you broadcast. Or with the Oxford, I think. Or you still got a wedding this week? You got a wedding? You got me? Are you still there?
Yeah. Looks like he muted himself.
Don't mute. I love you.
It didn't like me for a second.
You're good. You're good.
Well, Mason, I want to say thank you first off for covering our Xfinity races, and second, you did a great job tonight. It was nice to see you run well, and some great restarts right there, great wreck avoidance, did everything right, and got yourself a podium. Great job.
I think you good, Mason? Something's going
Yeah,
on.
it's just
Okay. It's being
internet's freaking out on me.
Tell it to stop. All right, Mason, give your shout outs out there if you can real quick. We'll be quiet so that way you can give that a go, and then definitely good to be seeing you here in the either next week, and I know that you guys usually broadcast on Fridays as well.
I just want to give a shout out to, first off, my team owner Brian and his wife Kara and Cato's Glassworks for sponsoring us and helping us get this thing on. They're phenomenal people out there. I think my teammates Zach, Colby, Wesley, they're phenomenal to drive with. They are always super helpful on the track. My mom and dad for just listening to me get angry at racing sometimes, and you for putting on the great league that we have, and you, Joseph, for helping broadcast tonight, and Ken out there for race control, everybody that helps go on everything that we do.
And they can go and get some of your articles read out there too. SignatureEsports.com. Hit that those post section. There's a news section. You get to read a lot of things that Mason puts out there for us for Signature Esports. A big thank you to him for doing that as well. We're a little bitty place, but we've got big aspirations, and it takes folks like Mr. Mason to help us out. Broadcasting tomorrow night should be, if my memory serves me, but I'm old and sometimes that just doesn't serve me right. But congratulations. I'm going to call it a tie for second at the moment until we get the official stuff from the CSV to let me know what happened.
Sounds good. I appreciate it, Jason. Y'all have a good night.
Absolutely. Mason Flippin, the tied for second for now. And that's pretty much how it goes. Joe, thank you very much for joining me tonight. I know that you wanted to get in here. I know that we've got some stuff that we can get you back in here again here pretty soon. We got the truck series. I know that we got the Cup series. I know that you are driving tomorrow night in the Xfinity series.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for letting me do this. I'm not entirely familiar with all the truck names, so I struggle a little bit tonight. And but I had a blast. Thank you again. Thank you, and I can't wait for tomorrow night. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a great race, and hopefully put on a show for you. Thank you for this great series. Thank you for all you do for us. Like you said, it's a small series, but we have a lot of fun.
We try to, at least. All right, guys. We're growing in followers. You guys almost have us at 2,000 followers on Facebook, which is absolutely a thrill. We started this May 2020 as Signature Esports. We joined our first leagues. We made our own first leagues in August of 2020. So it's been a good ride so far. You guys are just doing wonderful. Broadcasting 7 days a week. Not only are we doing iRacing, we do gaming, we do all kinds of stuff. Join our Signature Esports Live Facebook group and post all your stuff there for us, so that way I can watch it and I can share it out there as well. Make sure that you also give us a like and follow Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Signature Esports on all the platforms. Go to signatureesports.com. Man, oh man, we've got a whole lot. Thank you to all of our sponsors. FILHAB, that is the F It Let's Have a Beer group. That is the four-letter word that I can't say on the air, but I'm sure I say a lot of it in real life. Get out there and follow that. Go follow that beer chick, not only out there as well on Facebook, but on YouTube as the new channel for Joe and the FILHAB crew out there. Thank you to Maximus Sports Cards, which we do our Maximus signature breaks live every Friday, Saturday, and Monday. We're going to be increasing those here pretty soon. And it's just a big thank you to everybody out there for tuning. Give us a like, give us a follow, hit that thumbs up out there for us. Leave us comments even after the fact. We love to hear them. I love to go back and read them. And for myself and Joseph Mealy, we're going to be back here again tomorrow. Actually, I won't be with the Xfinity Series. That's going to be Flippin' Oxford. It's Mason Flippin and James Oxford. They broadcast that for us. And but I will be over at the Midwest Days of Thunder on Signature Esports Live Facebook page and our Twitch page. So I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. Joe, we're going to see you tomorrow, right?
Yes, sir. I'll be here, hoping to put win number 3 on the season.
There you go. Watch this guy come watch this guy race tomorrow. It's going to be about 8:20 Eastern. That's when that schedule goes live. Right here, back at Michigan in the Xfinity cars for the Drinkin' Bros Racing Xfinity Series with Signature eNASCAR, the Signature eNASCAR Series. But if I don't see you between now and then, have a good afternoon, a good evening, and a good morning. Oh, it's Goldero. I got you, buddy. I got you. Goldero. Yes. Goldero. Gotcha. I'm going to remember that. Brian's name, Goldero.
Goldero. All right.
That's how we're gonna do it. You know, I've got to remember sometimes. All right, folks, rewatch it, share it out there, give us some love. I appreciate you. Have a good night.